You're listening to an episode of the Abigail Pugh podcast with, you guessed it, Abigail Pugh. I'm an introverted mama who took my online business from 0 to 7 figures in 15 months selling my own digital products on social media. And guess what? I did it all with my 3-year-old daughter no less than 3 feet away from me at all times. Now I'm bringing you everything I've learned about building a wildly profitable online business that supports your life while allowing you to truly live it. Get ready for raw, honest conversations with entrepreneurs making thousands per month selling their own digital products and people just like you who ditch self-doubt to create the life they've always wanted. If you're ready to make more money, have more impact, and still have time for the things that matter most, you're in the right place. Grab your sneakers, head out on your hot girl walk, and let's dive in. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different than usual, but I am so excited about it. One of my Rich Girl Community students messaged me just over a week ago that she had a reel absolutely taking off. I'm talking in the first 24 hours, she was gaining thousands of followers from this reel. She also doubled almost two and a half, is that a word? 2.5 her regular daily digital product sales. Like, this reel was taking off. And now, a week later, she just updated me on everything. So I thought it would be really fun to first talk about this reel, talk about why it did well, and of course, share how many followers she got from this reel. She is, her name is Amy. She is Genius Mom Hacks over on Instagram, and I will tag her down below for you. But she is one of my students inside of Rich Girl Community, which is my monthly community where if your goal is to make daily digital product sales, like, that is where you want to be. But something that they get every single week from me inside of the community is prompts, right? And they are for social media and your email list and your stories. Like, they are so good. And this reel that she has taken off, it's still taken off, was one of the prompts included inside of the membership. So at the end, I will also tell you where you can grab this prompt so you can try it yourself. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, I just want to give you a little bit of some backstory on her because I think it's super unfair to just share the outcome that she has had recently instead of really giving you the full picture. So Amy has been, I feel like this is year 2 for her. I could be wrong. It could be longer, but she's been doing this for a while. She, I believe, bought one of my products in 2023. She has done several of them. She is now inside of my community, but she works so hard. Like, this woman is incredible and she will not give up. Like, she is so determined, which that's often like a common factor in my most successful students is that they come into it with the mindset of when I will see success, not if I see success. And that's 100% Amy. Like, she is so determined and I love that about her. But now, a few weeks ago, she didn't have this many followers, but she had a good sized following, right? But right now, at the time of recording this, she has 172,000 followers. And the real prompt that I'm going to share and like share what she posted on here, what she did, why I think it worked. I tried it myself and it did decent. Like, it didn't by any means like completely flop, but I got 1 follower from that reel. So this is just proof that a lot of the time we think if we try the same thing as someone else, like, we're going to get the exact same results. And that's just rarely ever the case. Do I think this prompt is incredible? Yes. Do I think it's going to help you not only gain followers, but hopefully help you make sales too? Yes. Like, it's a very specific way that it's worded. Like, everything just works so perfectly. And I will say this too. I am someone that believes that when you post something on social media, when you send an email, when you create a thread, anything, like, you always need to have one end goal in mind. Like, if your goal is to make sales, great, that's your end goal. If your goal is to grow, great, that's your end goal. But that doesn't mean that one reel can't do multiple things. And this reel that I'm going to share from Amy is literally proof that a reel can blow up your sales, but also go crazy with people following you. So the reel in question, it's so good. She just messaged me the morning that I recorded this. This reel has brought in 59,100 followers from one reel. And she has over 3.1 million views from this reel. Like, that is insane. And that's such, in my opinion, like, such a good follow to view ratio. I feel like sometimes a video can just like take off, but it doesn't always lead to follows. And it definitely doesn't always lead to sales. And this one led to both. So let's break it down what exactly she said. So hers is a B-roll video of her doing something related to her niche, right? Like she teaches moms how to take care of their home and all these hacks for like having your home put together and getting on a schedule, right? So her B-roll is literally of her just fluffing a pillow, which we were actually talking about this in our DMs before we were messaging about this reel, just about how she's so grateful. She has so many B-roll videos prepped because now her content is even faster, right? And she actually used the GPT that is included inside of Rich Girl Community to create this reel. And when she sent me the first message about it, she was like, oh my gosh, this literally took me, I think it was like 5 minutes to make because of the GPT. So when you sign up for Rich Girl Community, you get access to a custom GPT that you go in, you spend 20, 30 minutes training it on you, your story, how you talk. And then every week you can plug the prompts in that I give you and GPT will help you. So she told me she used the Rich Girl GPT prompt for this, which is even crazier because the results, the followers, the sales that she got from this reel is just insane. And GPT helped her make it so quickly. So what did her reel say, right? She has the B-roll that's related to what she's teaching and it's super short and quick. Literally, she's just fluffing a pillow, which I'll link it down below for you guys so you can watch it as I'm telling you about it. But the words on the reel said, to the moms who know waking up before your kids, OLAD, which in parentheses, she put one load a day. That's what that stands for. Daily robot vacuum, game-changing mom hacks. Having routines and functional spaces will solve 90% of their stress problems. Welcome to my account. And the welcome to my account is like a separate line with like a different font. So I really like that. It's kind of like welcoming them, but it's like a little bit separate. It's not all jammed together. Now, something else that I absolutely loved that she did on this reel was the audio she chose. It was so funny. I literally remember laughing out loud when I heard it. And this is just such a good reminder for you to remember that people want to laugh. People want to be entertained while you are teaching them, right? I think I can't remember who used this term, but somebody once said edutaining, where you're educating or making them problem aware and presenting the solution with entertainment. And so the audio that she used made me laugh so hard. It was, if you've ever seen The Devil Wears Prada, it was the audio of Meryl Streep going, oh, Andrea, like everybody wants this, which, oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd be doing a Meryl Streep impersonation on my podcast today, but here we are. And so it was so funny, like her just like kind of making a joke at like, oh, every mom wants this. Don't be silly. Like it was hilarious. You'll have to watch it. It was so funny. But I think that was like one of the key factors of why this blew up because it was so funny and people were kind of able to see the humorous side of Amy while she was also getting super specific to who she wanted to follow her page. So another thing about this reel is that she got so specific with who she was talking to. She didn't just say to the busy moms who, have a robot vacuum and want life hack or want mom hacks, right? Like this will solve your stress problems. No, like she got so specific with waking up before your kids, doing the one load of laundry a day, daily robot vacuum, having routines, functional spaces. Like she got very, very specific. And I think that that's something that a lot of us need to work on is getting more specific in our content and speaking to actual things and actual situations that people can resonate with and connect with before they feel like, oh, hey, I'm going to trust this person to follow them. So that was the reel. That was what was on her text. And then her caption. I loved her caption, which again, this caption was part of the prompt that I gave her. And I loved how it turned out. She plugged this into ChatGPT as well. And I'm sure she changed it a little bit. I always tell them like, you need to read over what ChatGPT gives you. And then if something doesn't sound like you need to edit it a little bit. Like it needs to sound like you when you're putting it into your caption or on your reel. So her caption said, so happy you're here. Now, what can you expect from my account? Because same, I always want to know what I just followed, which I feel like we can all resonate to that. We want to know who we're following. And then she said, here you'll find, and she did 5 checklists. So she listed it out very easy to read. She said, simple routines that actually run your home on autopilot without draining your energy. Systems like OLAD, one load of laundry a day that keep laundry from spiraling. Mom-tested strategies to help your kids pitch in without the whining. Game-changing mom hacks. An easy-to-clean home that doesn't rely on ruthless decluttering, expensive storage bin, or huge long to-do lists. Now, that middle part that she did, I love that she threw in all the things for what it didn't include. So when she said simple routines that run your home, she also said without draining your energy, right? So she leaned into the symptoms that moms are having, saying like, hey, I'm going to help you do this, but you're not going to drain all your energy when you're doing this. And then at the very end, this is one of my favorite parts of her caption, all built by a busy mom of 4 with twins who needed to eliminate her stress so she could have more calm and less chaos. So she leaned into why she's the expert, like why she is the person that is going to teach you about this, because she knows. not only does she have 4 kids, she has twins, right? And twins, I feel like, are just a whole nother level of chaos because, I mean, you have 2 toddlers at the same time. You got 2 4-year-olds at the same time. Like, it is a lot going on. So I love that she brought in like her unique authority and expertise on this and why you should trust her over other people. And then she sold her digital product at the end. So she said, comment home and I'll send you the link to get started with Genius Home Hacks this week. And like I said earlier, this post not only converted well with followers, I mean, 59,000 followers from one reel. If this doesn't tell you to post your damn content, like, I don't know what will. Just post it. You never know what can happen. But also, it brought in sales too, right? People were primed and ready. They trusted her. They saw what she could offer them and they were ready. And she was letting me know that like her average sales per day are around 10, right? Like that's pretty just common and average. And when she was posting this for the 5 days after, and it probably helped longer than 5 days, but this is the data I have from her currently, is that it almost doubled, if not a little bit more than doubled her sales each day, like the amount of sales. So this was definitely taking off. People were trusting her immediately to buy this low ticket digital product from her and to follow her. And again, just as a little disclaimer, I'm not saying if you do this, you're going to get the same results. Perfect example of this, I often use my own prompts from the community. I create them, I love them, and I use them myself often. And I used this one. And my reel like this got a whopping 7,000 views, 1 follower, 145 likes, 22 comments, and 1 share. It didn't take off for me. And that's okay. Like, not every piece of content is going to take off for everyone, but I still think it's really important to be posting this type of content where you're just letting people know kind of what they can expect from you and why they should be following you. And this is what mine said. And I think I still stand behind the wording. I think it was really great. I'm going to try tweaking it and posting it again with a few different things. But one thing I will say about Amy's is that I think her audio paired with the actual text on the reel is what did it, because it was so funny and people were like, oh my gosh, this lady is hilarious. This is so true. Let me follow her. So mine said, to the entrepreneurial moms who know that starting their day with a hot girl walk, even if it's just to the mailbox, using automations to sell their low ticket digital products, creating mainly low effort B-roll style content, and batching content during the ovulation phase of their cycle will solve 90% of their problems. Welcome to my account. So mine was also a little bit wordier. I think I can narrow that down, but I am team don't overthink every piece of content. Do the best you can and get it out into the world and then tweak later on. But again, this just goes to show that nobody's going to get the same results from something. But if you have been looking for a way to create content that not only helps you gain more followers, but also helps you sell your digital product, like, this is the piece of content to try. And I actually have a new freebie where you can test out 7 days of my prompts to see if you like them. It's called 7 Days, 7 Ways to Sell Like a Rich Girl, which I love the play on words. I think it's super fun, but also it gives you a chance to try my prompts for 7 days. If and when you love them, you can jump into Rich Girl Community, grab the GPT that is included in Rich Girl Community, and start using that to create your content so much faster. My goal with my Rich Girl Community and the GPT and the prompts included every week is to have you create your content in less than 2 hours a week, right? I think you could honestly do it faster once you kind of get the hang of things, but you shouldn't be living on Instagram just to sell your digital products. Like, the whole point of starting our own businesses and being entrepreneurs is having time to live our actual life, right? And my goal is always to help you grow and make as many sales on Instagram with your digital products as possible without letting it take over your entire life. So again, that freebie will be down in the show notes for you. If you guys liked anything about this episode, I would love it if you could share it in your stories. I will also tag Amy at Genius Mom Hacks over on Instagram. She's one of my students and she's just such a fun follow. Also, if you're a mom and you need to get your life together, oh my gosh, I couldn't recommend her more. I love everything that she does. And you guys, if you ever have a reel take off from one of my prompts, or you kind of see one of my pieces of content and you put your own spin on it, please send me a DM and let me know. I would love to do a podcast episode on it, just kind of breaking it down. I really want to make it like bite-sized for you guys so that you can see what's performing well and take it and make it your own, right? And put your own spin on it, right? Like, there's so much fun content out there right now that is just taking off. And if you've been in the mindset of, oh, Instagram is dead, like nothing's working for me, it's not. I promise there are always going to be ebbs and flows. Always. I'm in an ebb right now on my Instagram. Many of my students are not, though. So I know Instagram is not dead. I know it is alive and well, and it is such an amazing platform to take advantage of, to find your ideal customers, and to sell them your digital product. Thank you guys so much for listening. I am off to make breakfast with my daughter. I love you, mean it, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you learned anything from this episode, I would love it if you could share it over on your Instagram stories and tag me at Abigail Pugh. Until next time, love you, mean it.